Bonjour Penguins and welcome to Pat Thanks Cast, the show that dives you into the world as I see it. I'm Patrick, your host, and today we're heading east of Paris for the Champagne region. Only 40 minutes away by high-speed train and less than 2 hours away by car, we're live in the city of Reims, a city that got a lot more going on than just bubbly wine. So pour yourself a cup of champagne, relax, cook, exercise or whatever you're doing, and stay tuned. 3, 2, 1, go. Bonjour, and welcome to episode 3 called Sparkling Pause of Season 2, Paris on Pause of Pat Thanks Cast. And today I'm joined by two of my guests here live in Reims, Habib and Mathias. Hello Habib, hello Mathias, how are you?
Hi Pat, how are you?
Good.
Bonjour.
We are live in the square of the Reims Cathedral in a very nice champagne bar that Habib know much more about it. So tell us where we are exactly.
So here, this is called Le Parvis. It's a very nice champagne bar. And I think for anybody who wants really to discover Reims and have a very nice champagne list, this is the place to be.
As you can see, we have poured some champagne glasses because we are in Reims and we are in Champagne. And this place has a lot to offer. So we do recommend you to pass by this place if you're visiting the city. As I told you, we are recording this in video, so you can watch the video on YouTube and on Spotify. Let's first start by the beginning, and the beginning is the history of the city. Mathias, do you have anything to say about that?
Yes. So my city, Reims, we are pretty lucky to have a city who go through edges from the Roman Empire, and we were the city of French king coronation. I think it's already known worldwide. The first French king has been crowned in Reims, not at the cathedral, in Basilique Saint-Rémy. After that, every French king has been crowned in Reims. And Reims used to be emblematic in French.
Emblematic
of the French political. It's just reflecting every different eras. Eras of our country. First French king, the French dynasty started. After that, going through the ages, during the 16th, 17th century, Reims became the center of the French religion. En français, clergy. Thanks, Habib. And Reims was the capital of it. That's why every French king had to come to Reims to be crowned before ruling the country. Without that, you couldn't be a king. It's especially what's happened with Charles VII and Jeanne d'Arc, who led the king to Reims. Short story. It's about the First World War. Reims.
The city was actually, it had a hard time, and the city was demolished, and a lot of the city was destroyed by the World War I.
It was heavily bombarded during World War I. And people fled the city and went underground in the cave, in the Créaire, which are the Champagne caves, and they used to live there. They had hospitals, they had churches, they had schools. People, even kids, were born there during this period, and
everyone was living under the ground.
Yeah, absolutely, because you have to know that there's a subterranean network of around 100 kilometers of caves.
Oh, wow. For champagne.
Yeah.
Originally for the drink.
Well, absolutely.
No.
But before that, because if you go, for example, to Pommery, Champagne, you had caves that date back to the Roman era. Yeah. These are huge caves. They're made mainly of chalk, because chalk keeps the temperature stable, which is perfect for champagne. And so if you go winter or summer into these deep caves, the temperature is also at 12 is always at 12 degrees, which is the perfect temperature for preserving this
and developing
also.
So during the war, people found refuge in these places, in these caves.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's really all connected, actually, underground.
Pretty impressive.
Absolutely, yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. And you can really feel the history. You have the Reims Cathedral, but you have also the Basilique Saint-Rémy, which, as Mathias said, Saint-Rémy was the saint that had baptized the first French king, Clovis. And there is a wonderful basilica there which you can visit. You still have like some areas in Reims which date back to the Middle Ages, which you can visit. They still have the engravings. Yeah.
Okay, well then it was rebuilt between World War I and World War II.
And you can still see one small thing from the Roman Empire.
Amazing.
Which is called the Porte de Mars.
The oldest one.
Yeah, Mars was the god of war, and you can go and visit this huge monument, which dates back to the empire and which used to be one of the main entrances of Duro Cortorum, which was the city of France.
And still great. I mean,
still great, yeah.
You have to go.
It was restored because it's really beautiful.
Okay, so history is still there. So Reims, because of the fact that it was destroyed, etc., obviously has changed in history. What is your impression about the evolution of the city in recent years?
Well, I think during the 5 years that I've been here, it has changed incredibly positively. What I can tell you is I think it's a very subtle blend of history with modernism.
Architecture.
The
city has been rebuilt. It's one of the biggest Art Deco. I mean, it's the architecture of the 1920s and 1930s.
Well, then it looks like it's a nice city to live in. We cannot just not talk more deeply about this cathedral. So it's a Gothic. I think it's a Gothic architecture. Yep. It's approximately the same architecture as the Notre Dame de Paris, if it's not the same kind, which is Gothic.
I mean, it's Gothic, but you have Gothic flamboyant, and Gothic rayonnant. If you were comparing to Paris Cathedral, Notre Dame de Paris, used to be a Roman style, and they go through Gothic, so you have Gothic parts, but twice smaller than our cathedral. Our cathedral has been built in the 13th century, so one was one of the last one. So it's an amazing example of what we done as the best at Gothic style.
If you're standing facing the cathedral and you go to the left door, not the main door, but the left small door, and you go there and you look, you will see a statue which symbolizes Reims, which is called l'ange qui sourit, the angel that smiles. So this angel is the symbol of France because when the cathedral was bombarded, this angel remained intact.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
and he was still smiling.
But when you come to Reims, so of course there's a cathedral. It's a World Heritage in the UNESCO list. But you have to also to visit the Basilica of Saint-Rémy. Yeah. Saint-Rémy is the patron saint of France. The basilica is fantastic, and you also have two other churches that I would recommend. The first one is Église Saint-Jacques, the Church of Saint-Jacques. It's one of the oldest in Reims, and you also have thank you, Mathias.
On a la régie.
Saint Clotilde Basilica. Saint Clotilde was the wife of Clovis, the first king of the Franks, of the French dynasty, and it's also a very nice place to visit.
And I think has been built at the same time as Montmartre.
Yeah,
it's pretty new, but looking like a Byzantine style.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
If you come to Reims, go to the Basilique Saint-Rémy as well.
Other things to do in Reims. You have the Champagne, so you have to visit the caves.
Of course, Champagne.
Yeah, of course, we cannot talk about Reims without talking about this famous worldwide drink that rules the world now.
The King's beverage.
Okay, so what about these caves?
Well, I mean, these caves, as I said, some of these caves, they date back to the Roman Empire. Like, for example, the Cave de Champagne-Pommery. You can go there. You will see they are fantastic. They are huge.
The biggest one, I think.
Yeah. But you also have some other more prestigious caves, in my opinion, like, for example, Tétinger. For example, you also have Veuve Clicquot. You have really some... Ruinart also, yeah. The oldest champagne in the world. So many, yeah. You really have to visit, I mean, the history of France and the cathedral, but also the modern times in the Champagne.
Okay. The Renois, when we say Renois is the residents of the city of Reims, what is their relation with the drink? Do they consider it like a very luxurious drink and they just like everyone else, or they have a closer relation with the drink?
We cannot be from this city without drinking champagne. It's so iconic. And it's a thing who made us well known or famous in all the world. thanks to that amazing drink, it's the king's drink, we couldn't be so famous in worldwide.
Okay, so the drink is adopted now, and it's something that exists in everyday life of the Rénois, the citizens of Reims, and it's just not only for tourists.
They
come here.
I mean, I'll give you my personal experience. Before coming to Reims, I used to think that champagne was only for festivities, like for a birthday or for a marriage. Today, after 5 years of spending in Reims, we drink champagne not almost every day, but we drink it like we're drinking wine.
Okay.
Now, we tasted so many types of champagnes.
When someone is invited somewhere, he's bringing a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Here, we couldn't go without champagne.
Yeah. It's a cardinal sin to bring anything other than
just
champagne.
For that particular information that you're giving us, I think that a lot of my audience will want to move to Reims.
Absolutely. I mean,
and it's cheaper. It's much more cheaper.
Here they have a saying, it's save water, drink champagne. You cannot go wrong with champagne.
Obviously. Well, so the brands that are very famous in the city of Reims, they have their headquarters in the area, right? In Épernay, which is a city close to here. Okay, so
I'm from Reims, guy. I'm from Reims, man.
Ça, on va la couper.
You're gonna have a lot of work to do after the editing.
I mean, we're fighting to say each other who is the capital of Champagne, but Épernay is just 30,000 inhabitants. So we are truly the capital of Champagne.
But it's the historical capital of Champagne. I mean, all the headquarters of the major brands of Champagne are in Épernay.
Not sure, but he's right.
Some of them are here. Some of them
Chandon,
I mean, it's amazing over there. By the way, it's like in a hole, and all around you have the vineyards. So in Reims, the vineyards are on the west side. So when you're entering to the vineyards area, you're obviously going to Épernay, which is in the center of it.
Yeah. So for I think his opinion is a bit subjective, about Épernay
because he's a real local.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Épernay for me, I think it's more of a historical capital, whereas Reims is the modern capital of Champagne, no doubt about it. And if you go to Épernay, also you have the possibility to visit the village of the founder of Champagne, which is Dom Pérignon.
Okay.
It's our favorite. You and me, we went there so many times.
Yeah.
Drinking champagne over there.
Yeah. It's a small village called Auvillers, which also people should visit. It's about like approximately, I think, 17 to 20 minutes by car from Reims. You can go there and you can visit his tomb, and you can also see the vineyards, like Matthias said, because it's a small village which is really embedded within the countryside of
with
France.
amazing point of views.
Yeah.
You have the Royal Champagne on the other side as well.
Of course, yeah. And there's also a small period in September where you can come and you can witness the vendange, which is when they start picking the grapes.
Harvesting. I think you've done it. That guy is crazy.
Yeah, he does harvesting of the grapes that are
his back is
going to be used.
My back and my knees, I don't think I'm going to get back to my original form, but it's really something to do.
Okay, so harvesting the grapes that are going to be used as ingredients for the production of champagne is an interesting activity that you will be doing. Maybe not if you come for one day.
No, of course not. But you can see it.
You can actually see it.
Yeah.
So you can.
And if you come at the last day, which is they have a special party called the Cochelet.
Okay, so if we want to put this in timing during the year, the harvesting is happening from when to when?
End of August and the first end of August, first 10 days of September, depending on the
mid-September. Yeah.
Okay.
It's depend of the years.
So approximately the end of summer, by the end of August to mid-September. If you're visiting Paris or Reims during that period, make sure to try to see that, because you don't get to see that every day everywhere. Obviously, you cannot get to see harvesting grapes for champagne in Champagne every day.
Patrick, it's the only region in France, even worldwide, where the harvest is still made by hands.
Yeah, it's
a part of the champagne. If you're going to Bordeaux area, to Burgundy, to Alsace,
the harvesting it's
mechanical
or automatical.
Here, in order to be called champagne, it has several criteria. One of which, it has to come from this region.
Obviously.
Second, it has to be for one of 3 grapes, which is Chardonnay, Pinot Meunier, and Pinot Noir.
Yep.
And the third is. Hein?
Les fameux cépages.
Ouais, the grape types, which we call cépage.
Yeah, les cépages.
So it has to be these three, and the third, it has to be picked by hand.
Yep. Okay.
Otherwise, it cannot be called champagne.
Strict rules.
Yeah.
And something else to make champagne, the process of champagne, that's what we call méthode champenoise. It's made into the bottles. I mean, the bubbles are coming into the bottles. We're not injecting carbonic gas to it. It's just a natural process, and it's very typical of the champagne making.
Okay. It looks amazing. I mean, I would really want to next year probably come and try the harvesting part. I think it's really an experience that you cannot get anywhere.
You can come actually for a weekend.
And
you can come
and you can come for a weekend. Like, during one day, it's probably difficult. But if you're here for like a couple of days,
2-3 nights,
I'm pretty sure that it's something that.
I mean, you have to visit France, and you have. That's why the best. If you're coming from Paris, with the train is 35 minutes.
Yeah.
And with the car,
2 hours maximum.
I mean, yeah.
Depending on traffic, but
but there is no traffic jam in Reims.
In Paris,
yeah. And that's the problem. You have to come to Reims. Now, so many Parisian people are coming to that city because the way of life is amazing.
Much better, yeah.
Much cheaper as well.
Yeah.
We have amazing square meters and apartments.
Oh, yeah. Shall we talk about that?
Yeah.
like
champagne is cheaper.
Before recording this podcast, I went to Habib's place, and I was coming from Paris, which is the city I live in. And when I entered Habib's place, I was like, where are we? Like, are we?
I'm jealous because his apartment is twice the size of mine.
In which palace are we? like the obviously here the lifestyle. I think that's it could be true in any country when you compare the capital with other cities, but here it's also like it's very marking. The difference is really
here
important.
You are breathing,
and that's what made you move to Reims at some point, right? Lifestyle, choosing the right lifestyle that is suitable for you is very important for you to select the city you want to live in.
And because we are so welcoming,
that's
why you came to Reims.
This is one of the things that I immediately noticed is people here are very, very welcoming.
Yeah. Well, we've made a podcast about this in season 1, episodes 7, 8, 9, 10. We talked about expectations versus reality in Paris. You can check these episodes out, where we talked about the hospitality of Parisians for people that are visiting or coming to live in the city of Paris. So we had some mixed feelings between the invitees. So please go ahead and check these episodes out.
I'll give you a small story.
Yep.
Me and Mathias, or more Mathias and I, sorry. The first time we met, I was his client. I went to his shop.
Oh, wow.
I was just like buying some...
my art gallery,
some interior decoration designs for my apartment. We stayed there. We talked for like 2 hours, and ever since 5 years later,
and here you go.
But please, Habib, let me add something. You are from Lebanon, so you're making friends easier than French people.
Lebanese people tend to be a little bit extra social.
Okay.
And open worldwide.
And open.
But another example is Le Parvis, because I know these people. I've been coming here for like 5 years.
Yeah,
they're becoming much more than friends. Every time I pass, even not to drink champagne, I say hello to them because they are so welcoming. Yeah. And today they welcomed us in their
exactly.
Their shop.
This is how it goes, And I don't think you can do that everywhere in Paris.
Well, I think
you can, but it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I think in Paris, because it's so tense, people, the dynamic is much more different. You have to move. You have to.
A lot of people.
There's the bigger turnover. You don't have time to unite build
you don't have time to build one-to-one relationships with your clients because anyway, whatever happens, you're gonna get clients.
I don't think it's the Parisians per se. I think it's the way of the city. The city is very intense. It's very quick. It's very the speed is overwhelming.
Correct.
And so here in France, you're much more like cool. You're calm. You can get to know people. This is a great
to add
aspect.
Something you were talking about Le Parvis. You have so many places where you can have champagne degustation. Trust me, worldwide or just in Paris, you have all the brands so famous, but it's not the best champagne. Here, you will find small producers. We're not putting so many sugar into the champagne, so you will have another champagne experience. coming to Reims.
But when we talk about champagne, people sometimes, all the time, relate to champagne as being a product that is very expensive.
Yeah.
So when you talk about local producers here in Reims, can you really get access to champagne that is affordable?
Yeah, absolutely. But you have to go there. You know, some of the champagne, I mean, I think Le Parvis has some of those local producers, but there are other local producers that only produce within their own village. You have to go there. They will welcome you in their house because I've done it. You know, they will put champagne on the table. You can drink as much as you want.
So welcoming.
Yeah. And you will eat with their family. You will drink with their family. You will sit by the fireplace. And then if you want, you can buy the champagne that you will find nowhere else in the world.
So it is possible to combine high quality champagne with affordability.
Yeah, something that is never known but is wonderful to taste.
As a Rémois, as a French citizen, everyone has these secret places, and you can have amazing champagne with a taste. You will discover again the champagne. And we can talk about prices. For 15 euros, 18 euros, 25 euros, you have something amazing.
Which is, for me, as a non-Renoir or a non-Reims resident, when I look at the prices in the markets, I mean, it's definitely something else.
Well, you're buying more the brand than the champagne.
I'm buying the brand.
Even the Cathedral, even Basilique Saint-Rémy, even the Rémois. I mean, just for the champagne price, it's a big reason to come around.
Yeah, you know,
if you're from Paris or everywhere else.
There's also something else that is very, very developed, and I think is one of the main attraction of Reims and the region is their restaurants, because they have fantastic restaurants. I'm not talking about the Michelin star restaurants per population. This is the city with the most Michelin stars. But other than that, if you go a little bit wider than Reims, you can go to like small places like Ville de Mange, where you have a great restaurant called Coq et Vin. You can go to Auvillers, the village of Dompiernon. You have, because I think it's closer to the countryside, and so the quality of the produce is fantastic. You know, you eat directly from the farmer to the plate.
I mean, it's global, not just the city. If you're coming to Reims, you will obviously going around, and we have a global champagne experience.
Yeah.
Apart from sipping champagne and drinking champagne the whole day, what do you do, guys? Like, what is a typical day in Reims on a day off?
There are a lot of activities that you can do in Reims. I've done the hot air balloon, so this is like not
you'll have a great
day.
view with all the side.
Absolutely, yeah. But mainly, like for example, let's take for a Saturday, I go to the flea market. Mainly the same thing. I go, I speak to people, I buy some very fresh produce. Afterwards, I can go. I mainly I row. You know, on the canal. You can have you have a canal here to row in crew.
Okay.
You can also do in the summer. You can go to several parks, do some picnics, and at night, of course, you start by drinking champagne. I think at like 4 or 5 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah, and
happy
then we
hour.
finish
And then, just champagne.
Yeah,
happy hour time.
And then with
just
Matthias,
champagne.
we finish at the nightclub.
Well, then perfect.
Most of the time.
So
no, but you have like several activities that you can do in one day, so it's never just the same thing.
What I love as well, because we are so close to Paris, we still have the Paris atmosphere coming to us.
Okay.
As an example, I mean, 10 years ago, if you were talking about brunch in Reims, wasn't existing.
Nobody knowed what.
No, we have avocado toast and all those things. But as a Rémois, we are pretty happy with that as well.
Yeah,
it's a perfect mix.
Why not? I mean, okay. So this is the influence of Paris on the city of Reims, right?
Yeah, it's really modernizing on a very very frequent basis.
But we're not having the Parisian smile.
Which brings me to exactly the link between the city of Reims and the city of Paris, because obviously
City of lights.
my season is about Paris on pause, which is how can we get a little pause from Paris during one day and check something else out. So what is the link between Reims and Paris when it comes to people? Like how the citizens of Reims relate to the city of Paris? Is there a rivalry? Is it a pride? Is it indifference? Probably they are just indifferent. What
paradox.
is what is
real paradox? Because we are close to Paris. So Paris is just representing so much our country as well. And we love to go to Paris. We love to go to the capital, and it's easy for us. But on the other way, we are really proud of our city, about our architecture, about people, about a restaurant, as you were talking about.
The region, you know,
all the regions. So we used to be not so proud of our city, because the champagne, because it's a business as well, worldwide business, very impressive. was turned for exportation worldwide. It took times for us to accept that champagne is a part of everything in our city. So now we are proud of our history, we are proud of food and champagne, and we're just doing the link between. It's something like global experience. You not having the same way of life than in Paris. That's why I have so many friends who are the same age as myself, who went to Paris for the first job. And now at 30, 35, when you want to build a family or something like that, they're coming back.
I can tell you from personal experience, I have friends who live in Reims and they work in Paris. And they prefer living in Reims because, as you said, you have much more square
and it's shorter. I mean, if you're living in the Paris suburb, you're taking more times to go to work than if you're living in Reims.
Definitely.
And the quality of life here
Paris is like in terms of traffic and transportation. Obviously, when you live in Reims, you don't have these kind of hassles that Parisians have in their own city.
Yeah, true. But I think, I mean, they are connected in some way. I think Parisians come to Reims because they want to.
Because it's like, with the high-speed train, it's easy. With the car, it's easy.
And also, they want to flee from all the tense environment.
Tension,
very strong connection between the two
cities. So it's not indifference, it's not rivalry, it's a real kind of collaboration. Let's say.
Absolutely.
Okay,
they both are complementary in my opinion.
Complementary. Okay, very nice way to describe it. Complementary cities.
And I think it's not just Parisians. I mean, we have a lot of Dutch tourists. You know, when you walk in the streets of France, you always hear Dutch,
German,
spoken.
Dutch.
Because it's on
Brazilian, US, Japanese, Chinese.
Yeah,
it's a worldwide city, and we are proud of that as well.
Okay.
You have so many medium cities in our country who are not so open-minded to worldwide. That's why we have a different way to think in our city, because it's a part of us to be open to everyone.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for being part of this episode. Habib, Matthias, thank you so much. Guys, if you like this episode, don't forget to like the podcast and subscribe to the podcast on the streaming platform you're listening from. Whether it's Anrami for our Middle Eastern listeners, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Deezer, Spotify, YouTube, or YouTube Music. Please feel free to subscribe and listen to us for the next episodes. This might be our last episode for this season 2, Paris on pause. I'm finishing it greatly with this great city and great guests. So thank you so much, and we will see you in season 3 in 2026, and the topic will be revealed very soon. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time, Pengies.